Now recognize Mr. Cisneros from California for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The conclusion of the majority's hearing memo included, the SBA's, Mr. Ortiz testimony included ending the agency's politicization. Mr. Gutierrez shared that the SBA should not focus on political agendas. Mr. Trent, you highlighted to us that this shouldn't be about partisanship. We all agreed and we should not be politicizing the SBA, and this committee has passed multiple bipartisan pieces of legislation unanimously. So far today, we heard the SBA should go to where the people are, put Main Street America first. Yet we have an administrator, an SBA administrator, targeting major cities led by Democratic mayors as she seeks to close SBA regional offices in Boston, Seattle, Chicago, Atlanta, New York City, and Denver. And it's probably not long before my area of Los Angeles County is on that list as well. So, Mr. Trent, in your view, how does the brazen politicization of the SBA to close offices in major metropolitan areas impact small businesses?
Yeah, it impacts them directly. And listen, I feel for and have thousands of small business owners in rural areas, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and I hear from them. It can be tough to access some of these SBA resources. And you know what? It's okay to talk about maybe moving a couple staff to different parts of the country to have more direct service for rural entrepreneurs. But the truth is that you've got hundreds of thousands of entrepreneurs concentrated in Atlanta, in Denver, in Boston that are going to feel the effects of sort of this move away from these entrepreneurship hubs, and it's really unfortunate, I'd say, and we can already feel the rumblings, and it adds to this environment of uncertainty for entrepreneurs that are going to have to take on more costs, frankly, just to meet basic technical assistance needs.
Thank you for that answer. Again, Mr. Trent, you represent a nationwide network of over 30,000 small business owners, many of which depend on the SBA. In your testimony, you urged the committee to reject policies that inject instability into the economy. As we have seen with the Trump tariffs, the president is on again, off again, based on whoever is in his ear at that given moment. Main Street's getting whiplash. How important is it for small businesses to have stability?
It's unbelievably important. So around 50% of small businesses across the country are operating with about a month of operating reserves. So we've got to be making decisions that are reflective of the fact that we respect these small business owners. We respect where they are, right, with that little operating reserve. And the uncertainty around the tariffs, the will they, won't they soap opera, it affects budgeting for entrepreneurs. It affects planning. It affects the way that they're thinking about growing their teams in the year ahead. And so there are the direct impacts as tariffs start to come into play, but then there are the knock-on effects that we're really not going to be able to know the full extent of the problem until 6 months, a year from now.
Thank you. According to the SBA's own website, the Office of the Inspector General provides independent, objective, and timely oversight to improve the integrity, accountability, and performance of SBA and its programs for the benefit of the American people. The SBA administrator on day one said, from day one, the SBA will uphold the highest standards of accountability, performance, and integrity. Mr. Trent, how can the SBA have the highest standards if the office tasked to provide oversight is vacant? Did President Trump's illegal firing of the Inspector General already undermine the administrator wanting to uphold the highest standards of accountability and integrity?
It's going to be tough without someone in that office, as that Inspector General is not just the main person investigating a lot of fraud and abuse within the agency, but also a sounding board for thousands and thousands of entrepreneurs across the country. So with that post vacant, that's an ally for small business owners that is not there right now, and frankly, it's going to be scary for our entrepreneurial class.
All right. Well, thank you for your testimony, and I yield my time back.